1, 2, 3. Hello, everyone. We're live? Yes, we're live. Happy Tuesday. Right. Let's kick off the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Alien Addict. This is the show where we discuss all things UFOs and aliens to the paranormal and our pursuit into the mysteries or the unexplained. Welcome on in. Happy Tuesday, guys. So we are capping off the last part. I must say Happy Tuesday. Did I say Happy Tuesday? I did, didn't I? That's what happens when 420. Anyway, look, last one for today, part 3 of November, December edition. I think there's some interesting stuff in this magazine in terms of what's going on in current day to a certain degree. Anyway, did anyone see that trailer for is it Disclosure, something, the new Steven Spielberg trailer thingy-majiggy? I don't know. Everyone's banging on about it at the moment. You know, everyone's trying to like nitpick through the trailer, trying to find out the little connections. I'm like, it's just a movie. Disclosure now, is it, or something like that? But well, Saxon, hope you're doing well, man. Oh, that's cool, man. I know you're a footy. I know you're a football person, but that's absolutely fine, mate. I'm just going to go for about 45 minutes for an hour. But yeah, it's good to see you, man. Good to see you. And absolutely, I did do that before the show. Back to my regular stuff, which is woo-wee. I got to read as well, so this will be an interesting one. But yeah, Sophia, how's it going? Nice to see you. I literally caught the last bit of your live stream when you were bird watching. Very, very nice scenery. It's actually been pretty decent weather here. But yeah, hope you're doing well, Sophia. Rocket Man himself, Bob Lazar, hope you're doing well, brother. Nice to see you. And I must send you a reply back. I forget, mate. I do apologize. Hey, Puck Elf, nice to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Oh, he's mentioned Ross Coulter. Did I bring him up last Friday? I think I might have done. Oh, yes, of course. It's morning for you. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Puck Elf. Nice to see you. Welcome on in. And John Strokes, much appreciated, brother. And John P. Adventures, much appreciated. I hope you're doing well, John. It's nice to see you. What else you got here? Have I missed anyone else? Oh, Corbell's Cat. Nice to see you. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday. And obviously, wrote Rematrix. And who are you? You're banned. Get out of here, you. I think that's it. Right, okay, let's do this. So let's cap off today's magazine. And let's go back to this one here. Right, I'm not too sure if I actually finished this one off. But anyway, let's just get into it. I'll just make sure everything is all right. I've got my notes. We're all dandy. Anybody else I missed? Nope, that's everything. Okie dokie. So remember, guys, if you're new to this channel, you're watching this in the near future. Basically, what we do here all right, before we do that, is we go through magazines through specifically this month, and it could be any sort of year. So I got magazines dating back for the past 80 years of ufology. Okay, so specifically it's 1997. All right. And what I've noticed over the past couple of parts, specifically this magazine here and this edition of UFO magazine, is that ufology just repeats itself over and over again. And I've clearly proven that by reading through these magazines. So there's little snippets. So for instance, last week we were saying, I mean, there was a little extract saying that the fact that whistleblowers needed to be more protected and be taken seriously. Well, same thing that's happening now, isn't it? You know, we're still asking the same question. So, but nevertheless, let's see what it's finishing off in 1997. Both. Right, Mr. Stanton Friedman. God bless his soul. Oh, no, actually, I've got this one here. Right, so it says the military and UFOs by Stanton Friedman. There he is. Look at him, the man himself. It's a shame he's left us. It really is, because like I said, he any sort of debates with a skeptic, he will be on the fucking right on their ass. Don't swear, Nick. Right on their ass. You know what I mean? He was way up there as credibility as a UFO researcher. So yes, of course, author, nuclear physicist, and UFO researcher claims, obviously Stanton Friedman, claims reported military connections with UFOs, also often questionable cases and also credibility. So he's going through like both avenues here, which I have to admit, he did look at both avenues when it comes to any sort of subject, especially like Roswell and the MJ12 documents. So there is a guy called Dr. Michael Wolf, Dr. Michael Wolf. Bear in mind, I will slip up on my words, but anyway, it's a learning curve. So yeah, Dr. Michael Wolf claimed to work on UFO tech and back-engineered projects at Groom Lake, Nevada. Now, Friedman did check his claims and did find some inconsistencies. I think we went through this last week. Did we? I think we might have done, actually. Yes, I think we did. Yeah, okay, right. Sod that. I'm pretty sure we went through this last week. I think I do want to do a little recap because I have this, the CIA UFO explanation. Did I go through that as well? Not too sure. But anyways, sod that. I definitely went through Stanton Friedman last week, so go check out part 2. But because I'll just want to quickly get this magazine over and done with so we can move on this one. So yes, CIA UFO explanations and their predecessors. So this obviously continues to the next page. So I think this is why I want to bring it up now. So this is response to the 1997 CIA article. And this is to do with studies of intelligence shown CIA involvement in UFOs, most likely to do with misidentified aircraft such as the U-2 spy plane and the SR-71 flight. Now, I remember that clearly back in the day, as it was a bit of an explanation why we were seeing UFOs in the sky, but obviously they were misidentified. So that was probably one poor excuse from the CIA that came forward. So over the 1950s and 60s, UFO reports and accounts are from many different aspects of military and even the public as well. We're mainly seeing U-2 flights, especially over Nevada. Obviously, we're sticking with Nevada at the moment. So obviously the explanations for this was obviously the U-2 project. And the Blackbird, obviously the SR-71, caused some sightings, but the CIA panel reviewed early 1953 found no security threat at the time. Now, the Robinson's panel of 1953 recommended debunking UFOs to reduce public interest. Now, the CIA satisfied Project Blue Book explained many of the sightings as especially large increase in sightings on the U-2 spy plane. Obviously began in 1955. So yes, in this article right here, we are blaming, well, the CIA are blaming the U-2 spy plane and the SR-71 on many of the UFO sightings. And it did bring up Project Grudge and Project Blue Book as well. We all know the consensus of Project Blue Book is basically like a disinformation campaign. Well, I say disinformation to discredit a lot of UFO sightings back in the day, as you know, swamp gas, cows' farts, hence in this case, the U-2 spy plane. All right, let's move on for that. Let's move on. Sorry, guys, if I'm not looking at chat. I do apologize. Hey, Alex Elliott, nice to see you. Welcome on in. And Pagani Productions, welcome in, you two. Nice to see you. Hello, Rocket Blue. Hey, how's it going, man? Nice to see you too. Sorry, guys, I've got a lot of reading today, but I will get to chat 100%. But yeah, nice to see everyone. Nice to see everyone. So let's move on to this page. This is 56 to 57. So I'm going to bring my notes. Let's have a little look here. Okay, sidebar right. Okay, so continuing from the last page, just make sure I got my notes right. Basically, Project Blue Book was obviously the US Air Force and UFO investigation, reviewing many of the UFO reports of the 1950s. Now, this is what it claims, all right? So this is what it brings up in this article right here. So claims over half of all UFO reports, at least in the 1950s, were caused by the secret U-2 spy plane flights. So the U-2 flew over extreme altitudes, over 60 to 70,000 feet. So yeah, I guess at that altitude, it will, as actually saying right here, actually, appearing as a bright, slow-moving object in the sky, especially over sunset and sunrise. Yes, that's one thing I've noticed. Over the last, well, especially a lot of sky watching, when you capture like an aircraft in the sky, it could be a Boeing's, I mean, especially a commercial aircraft, and it hits that sun just right. It looks like a big glowing ball of light in the sky, but then eventually it moves and you can see the bloody wings and all that. So I guess at that altitude of 60 to 70,000 feet, you may get that. Well, you know, you will get that 100%. So I guess that is one explanation for what people were seeing. So the U-2 flights began in July and August of 1955, and UFO sightings increased dramatically afterwards. Now, the CIA instructed the U-2 pilots and officials to deny any acknowledgement if questioned about any sightings. Statistics show that no correlation between the U-2 flights and number of UFO sightings and reports in the database, but often analyzed suggest that U-2 spy plane caused many of the sightings. I just repeated myself over and over again at this point. Monthly sightings charts from 1954 to 1958 show a peak, often in the summer months after the U-2 program started. Bruce Maccabee, physicist and UFO researcher, analyzed the data and concluded that many of the sightings were misidentified U-2 spy plane projects. I just regurgitating myself at this point. So yeah, there he is. I don't really see him much these days, Bruce Maccabee. I think he's mostly on like the History Channel or Ancient Aliens, which I do not watch, by the way. Oh dear. Right. Okay. So sidebar right here. Royal Marines and Welsh case. Oh, Sophia, this one's for you. So it's saying here on January the 20th, 1974 at 8:38 p.m. residents of, oh, Sophia, I'm going to screw this up. Where is the word? That word right there. Drillo, bloody Welsh names. It's somewhere in Wales. Experienced the ground shaking, bright lights, and a loud explosion. Oh, I tell you what, that kind of sounds like the Pentuck incident of 2016. Felt like an earthquake of a 3.5 magnitude on the Richter scale. Unusual lights and heavy military activity reported on near. Oh, I know that place. Brewland Mountain Range. I screwed that word up. Police and RAF and rescue team responded. A large air-ground search operation was launched. Some witnesses saw pulsating, brushing coloured lights on the mountains. Now, one theory on this was a possible UFO crash called the Welsh Roswell, or the, Sophia, I can't pronounce these words. Hey, Carlos Skywatcher, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Happy Tuesday, brother. Nice to see you. Land, dry, low. There we go. Thank you. Fanny is your aunt. There we go, Sophia. Right back at you. Land's dry low. Okay, thank you. Yeah, these Welsh names, anything with a Z and a K and a T in it. I'm like, what? So yeah, this is a UFO crash supposedly in Wales. I read that bit. So explanation, well, the official explanation was likely an earthquake plus a meteorite fireball approaching. Obviously, lamps are shaken as obviously due to this UFO. Apparently, does that sound right? Yeah. Yeah, meteorite fireball. Okay, I guess we saw that in Russia, but anyway. So researcher Nick Nick Redfern spoke with a former police officer and soldier. Claims to be involved in this cover-up. Now, the connections suggest that UFO researcher Tony Todd, Margaret Fry, and Jenny Randalls. Okay, so we obviously have a bit of an investigation into this. So, was that it? Okay, so this was just a UFO sighting. Well, I believe to be a UFO crash on. Where is it to? Sophia. There it is. There, that word. Wing. Hey, hangs. I say it hangs tight, isn't it? I think that's right. Sorry, man. Everyone's their names are changed at the symbol, so obviously I recognise your thumbnail, mate. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. And happy Tuesday. Right. Okay. Yeah, that's the word, Sophia. That one there. Burin Mountain Range. I've definitely passed that. So there we go. All right, let's move on to page 58 to 59. Okay. Which one are we looking at first? So Jack Valet warning to UFO researcher by Michael Landman. Okay, here we go. So obviously Jack Valet was not long ago on Joe Rogan. Bear Wayne, is that right? Yay! I think so. I probably screwed it up. I will get to chat, guys. Sorry, I just want to quickly blast through this as quickly as I can. So, yeah, sorry, I will get to chat. Definitely 100%. Right, continue with this. So, Dr. Jack Valet issues warning to UFO researcher. Right. Oh, that's J. Allen Heinrich. There he is. He's the older guy. Right. So the article reports on a speech that Dr. Jack Valet at the Omega UFO conference in North Haven, is it Continental? I know it's probably somewhere in North Haven, where that is, in the late 90s. So Valet warns of two main dangers in UFO research. All right, so let's have a look at what it's saying here. There. So basically, number one, government abuse of UFO information. Example for disinformation or psychological manipulation. Ooh. Definitely heard that one before. So the second, the UFO phenomena itself falling back into the infancy, losing scientific ridicule and becoming sorrowful and abusive. Ooh, and observed. That's interesting. Did I say that right? UFO phenomena itself. This is what he says here: falling back into its infancy, losing scientific ridicule, right, and becoming soulful and absurd. Sorrowful? Yeah, sorrowful. Yeah. Oh my God, Nick. So let's continue. Sorry. So Valet, that's it. Yeah. Is it Jack Valet or something like that? Did criticize some abduction reports, calling many accounts as pure fantasy. Believes at least some abductions could involve government sponsored experimentation. That's a bloody X-Files thing, isn't it? The idea that the government is involved with these alien abductions. I'm pretty sure that's an X-Files thing. But anyway, so he expresses skepticism about ongoing scientific efforts to explain the phenomena, noting that the lack of credibility in these groups continuing to be biased on research. I guess so, yeah. I mean, it depends on the person, isn't it? I mean, you could say that's about people that make documentaries and stuff like that, isn't it? So yeah, these credible groups. This is what he says. Says noting these lack of credible groups. Well, I mean, obviously now due to the internet, it's well, absolutely YY4s. Nice to see you, man. Well, welcome on in. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, I guess so in some aspects on this. What Jack Valet is saying here. So Valet ends the hopeful note. So he converts hope to a signal for genuine non-human intelligence. Feels that one major responsibility is to transmit data to hold on 1 minute. No, lost myself. So yes, transmitting data so future scientists can make sense of it. Well, you can't say really Arrow's doing the bloody same thing. You know what I mean? I mean, who trusts bloody Arrow, part of the Department of Defense, for Christ's sake? So you got a quote here from Dr. J. Allen Heinrich from Project Blue Book. So this is what he says here as a quote. So nobody will ever give you or me a dim to do serious research on UFOs. But if you were to cross the line of professional ethics and told these people in ufology was the cure to all their spiritual anxieties, we could raise $1 million today. If I ever said that right. For Christ's sake. Right, moving on. Where we are to here. So okay, right. So the sidebar right here. World War II hero met with alien. Ooh, sounds juicy. So I must slow down because I'm screwing up the words. First things first, as a Britishman, I need to have a swip of my tea, mate. Oh, no, there's a coffee this time. But I hope everyone is doing well on this incredible Tuesday. We had fantastic weather. Don't talk about the weather, Nick. You know what it's like. Let's do a bit of sky washing for once. So let's continue. World War II heroes met with alien. Air Marshal Sir Peter Horsley, he's a World War II pilot, and inquiry to Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth, recounting meeting. So he recounted meeting an alien in 1954. So he introduced a contact to the man called Dr. Janus in London House. Now, Janus appeared human, telepathic, and he also known top secret nuclear information. Discuss UFOs. Janus claims. So Janus, obviously that's terrestrial here, claims visitors from other planets, not from our galaxies, but friendly explorers. Kind of sounds like the what's his bloody name? I forget his name now. Valiant Thor, isn't it? Dr. E. Strange's book, Strangers at the Pentagon. That was released in 1960. So yeah, same sort of thing here, I'm guessing. So Horsley, which is this man here, who met the alien. Oh my God, sorry. Horsley believed that the encounter was real, detailed in his 1997 autobiography, Sound of Another Room. Now, Prince Philip showed interest in UFOs in 1952, asked Horsley to investigate reports discreetly. Now, former senior RAF officer of the military of defense said, now this is what he quotes, "Oh God, the unfortunate that the public will learn that the man who had his finger on the button at Strike Commander was seeing a little green alien." Oh, bless his heart. So yeah, there we go. I guess that's Sir Peter Moody. Yeah, obviously that's him right there. Met with an alien, apparently. So Prince Philip himself in 1952 obviously is saying here that he had a very interest into UFOs and asked Horsley to investigate these sightings. Interesting. Well, there's no really follow-up on that, but anyway. There's another section here. Oh, what's this? Is that it? Oh, there we go. Yeah. So moving on. All right, let's grab that there. And that can go there. Right, fantastic. So, innovation. Right here, meal cock and balls. So the article about the Canadian-made inner radio-controlled flying saucer by Nigel Lewis. There is two type models that were built, and they can travel up to 50 to 60 miles an hour. 8-foot envelope, whatever that means. Uses radio controlled balloon early. Sorry, this is obviously the photograph here, which was the very crappy design of a flying saucer, but it can fool anyone these days. Just look at James's pipe or dildo. God, what a shit show that was, wasn't it? So don't talk about James for Christ's sake. So UFO Hunters mentions that the weapon platform. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Nope. That's the next page. Idiot. Oh, just make sure I don't miss anything there. It's operations used. Okay, so yeah, basically right here, what you've seen, this was this. Basically, there's an overall background onto this. This was actually launched from a place in England. Place in Canada. Sorry, and is basically a fake UFO model. In fact, the BBC did the same thing. The Great British Hoax, I believe, same sort of thing in 2003. So obviously 1997. And yes, it created a lot of stigma back in the day, especially this report here of the clearly as airship or air balloon or rocket balloon, for that matter, seen over the skies. So there we go. Oh no, it's in Suffolk. Sorry, the guy was Canadian, but this was flown in Suffolk. Obviously, it looks very Suffolk-y there. So, right, I think that's it. Is that everything? Right, move on from there. I should continue screwing up my words as I continue from page 60 to 61. So this article right here, constructing the 1954 Rune flying disc. This is a very classic flying saucer. In fact, that one right there is in one of my books by Rendell C. Stevens. So there we go. Right, this photograph right here is a very classic 1950s flying saucer. So this article details a reconstruction of the famous 1954 flying disc, photographed by Reynold. Is it Ronin? Yeah, Ronin, isn't it? Yeah, Ronin. In France of 1954. And in Miniville, USA in 1950. Treating them as the same. Oh, right. Okay. So I'm guessing these two photographs right here. So treating these as the same, as very similar objects. Now, the author uses a computer modeling and pixel measurement from the original photos to create a side profile plan of the craft. I'm guessing is it right here? Well, let's put it about here so you can see. So these are the two photographs we're talking about. That one was that one's in America. That must have been in France then. Oh, there it is. There, photograph 1954. Okay. All right, fair enough. Okay. So this determined the accurate shape, proportion, and features. Obviously, here we've got a platform, we've got a tail fin, and obviously of different sort of angles as well. It's kind of hard to tell, isn't it? If you look at these here, they look completely different from the angle wise, isn't it? You can't really tell the tip of this flying saucer. Bear in mind, it could be a flying saucer on a piece of string. You never know. It could be. It could be. So, moving on this one. So the disc is circular when viewed from below. Now, the upper surface was most likely flat and slight dome or cabin in the center. Okay, so it's saying here the platform edge so is wedge-shaped structure on the near exterior. Possible propulsion stabilization. Well, it's kind of hard to tell with that, isn't it? What bloody grainy photographs right here. Okay, so this is just basically a comparison on side by side. So they're saying that this is more or less like the same flying saucer that was seen in France and in the USA. I'm not too sure, actually. No. I'm very familiar with these cases. Yeah, no, that's American one. That's definitely from France. Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be. So yeah, there we go. It's just basically going into specific details that what was photographed in two different separate accounts was the same saucer. So yeah, just what goes into that one there. Right. Just continuing, I just got extra notes here. So they scanned the original photograph into a computer software. So digitalized over 40 points in the disk, outlining using coordinates. Look, this is back in the 90s here we're dealing with. So exactly the technology is way more advanced compared to what it is now. But yeah, this was put in for computer. Oh, there it is. That's the one I was talking about here, the computer graphic one. Yeah. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell by these two photographs. Anyway, I think we can move on from that one. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. On that one, it's just basically a sort of look into these two cases. Oh, there's another one here. It does look like a flying jet ski, doesn't it? Right, moving on. Oh, arrow car. We have an arrow car right here. So page 64 to 65. No, 62 to 63. I forgot this on the right page. Hold on, guys. 2 seconds. Which is radar. Right. Okay, I think I've got wrong notes here. So sorry, 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. Classified ad. Have I got that right? Oh fuck. I think I missed this page out. Bollocks. Okay, right. Never mind. Well, we have the power of the internet. I'm about to do something that I don't normally do, but I think I have to do it at this point. Help me out here, Grok, for Christ's sake. Oh, this is what happens when you rush through it. I missed the page out. Anyway, it don't matter because Grok can help us out. I thought my notes looked funny. Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. Let's grab up here. Thank you, Grok. Right, so oh, this is a continuation from the last page. Assemble on Windows support hearts. Discussion points. Oh no, I do have this one. Oh my god, I'm a retard. Okay, right. That's fine. I'm all good. Right. I'm back on track. So drawing right here. So this is a continuation from the last page. So the drawing represents hold on a minute. Oh no, I'm screwing everything up, aren't I, guys? Surface marketing. Okay. Right. I'm gonna skip that. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh no, Nick, what are you doing? Right, is this back on track? UFO classified. Yes, okay, sod that. Right, I've screwed that one up. I think I've talked that twice over. So that page that I just showed you was a continuation from the last page. All right. So everything I just said here is basically in here. Okay. This is why I was getting confused because the notes came up twice. So I was like, that don't make any sense. But anyway, we move on to page 64 to 65. I do apologize. Right. So this magazine section, UFO classifieds, readers' submissions. All right. So this is people just bitching about, you got this bit wrong, you know. Right, let's have a little look what it's saying here. So classified ad section, typical 90s. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh no, these are just like ads and services. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Yeah. So basically, it's just as you can see here, advertising people's books, um, learning about handwriting analysis for aliens, space collections for sales. Okay, so yeah, this is just basically events and whatnot. Okay, nothing really. Yeah, obviously, like a Timothy Good lecture right here. So I guess this is where you'll find your UFO conferences, obviously mainstream television, what was going on, like documentaries back in the day. Oh, this is pretty neat actually. And this is where you would find your like information before the internet. Obviously, 1997, the internet came out, but yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so there we go. But it was called UFO Classified. Awesome. Right. So move on to this. We have some UFO sightings right here. Over. Oh god. Okay, so top report, Mr. David Spore. Dickhead. That's me. I'm talking about myself. I just can't read properly. So it caught the unusual object on his camcorder around 7:50 on Tuesday evening on the 19th of August. Now this is obviously likely the 1990s. Well, yeah, it says there 1997. This is in Suffolk. So the object was silver and moving eastwards, around about 5,000 to 10,000 feet. And this is his estimate. At least a dozen of independent witnesses did see this object, and thanks to Sean Kelly and David Drain right here. So there we go. We have a very blurry. What would you expect of the 1990s, isn't it? Tic Tac. I guess you consider that as a Tic Tac back in the day. There we go. All right, film strip 1. Let's get to the other one. So this one right here. So these were 2 to 3 bright spheres, whatever they called it, and it was filmed by Chris Martin at 4 p.m. over London on Tuesday the 7th of September 1997. A very high altitude, lightly reflecting sunlight off a solid object. Yeah, I guess, look, we've seen the same things now, isn't it? Oh, Bow in London. No, I couldn't pronounce it properly. So there we go. We have some severe balls of light. Okay, moving on to the next strip. Ooh, that kind of looks like the end of a contrail, going to be honest with you. So 18-year-old Joanne Barnes was filming in her back garden in, oh God, I just say that, just say Manchester, on the evening of Tuesday the 3rd of September, when she looked up into the sky and caught this unusual image in her camera. Intel researcher suggests that the mirrored vapor trail, there we go, to see vapor trail effect is created in the high atmosphere and the evening sunset. Recognize transatlantic flight path. Many thanks to Chris Clipchamp. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Look, kind of looks like the end of a contrail. Might be wrong, but I wouldn't know. But I even said that before you even read the description of it. So there we go. And moving on to look at these here. Okay, so Strange Intruder. This one right here. It's an interesting photograph. So Strange Intruder. Norman Long was holidaying in Umberley, North Devon. Oh, I'll just read the description right here. So Umberley, North Devon, and camping club, Carnarvon Camp, or whatever, a camping club, when he decided to take a photo of a newly formed rainbow. When processed, Norman was surprised to discover the photo was taken between the 17th and 21st of June this year, contained an image that he hadn't noticed it at that time. The strip negative had no similar shape resembling this remarkable intruder. Could be a bug. Look at me, sound like bloody Project Blue Book. No, honestly, it looks quite too big for a bug. Well, that's quite interesting, isn't it? I mean, it might have been quite close to the camera. Who knows? Who knows? And we have this one here. Oh, that kind of looks like the Gulfbury sighting, actually. So strange games. We were one of those to spot the strange, almost subliminal. Oh, Gulfbury sighting UFO. Yeah, I thought I recognized it towards the end of the strange but true television debate on the 27th of June. Oh, we did cover that, didn't we? After the commercial break ended at 9:40 p.m., there was a showing of NASA mission control monitoring a space shuttle conversation from Tuesday, the 18th of February, 1997. From about 2 minutes when it was suddenly cut off with a sharp burst of electronic noises. Frame by frame, they contain 2 or 3 elliptical objects towards the bottom of the screen. And even odder, one of the frames of what looked like a shadowy Gulf breeze object. All right, I see. That's interesting. Yeah, that's what I thought, first of all. Looks typically like the Gulf breeze sighting. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. Some decent. I tell you what, all those are there are a lot better than what we're seeing these days. All right, so let's just go through chat. I just want to see chat if I missed anybody. Hey, how's it going? 2012. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, I haven't been concentrating on chat. I've been yes, I did watch it. Tune in to this Friday. I will be talking about it. Yeah, definitely this Friday. We're just focusing on magazines today, mate. But yeah, no, nice to see you, brother. Nice to see you. Seagull, Space Dildo. I like Space Dildo. That sounds pretty good. And else in chat, if I missed, I think that's everyone. Okay, cool. Happy 420. Yeah, I think I did that bit too much. Well, my stuff's quite strong, and you can't tell when I'm screwing up the words, isn't it? 420 ice cream cake. Oh, mate, I've been. Oh, this cake and ice cream talk. Oh no, I cook the best cake now. I think I'm the cake and Yorkshire pudding master at this point. Photographs coming on this Friday. I'll show you what I've been making. It's amazing. All right, Earthwatch. Okay, let's have a look. Notes, please. Right, 67. Okay, so the magazine section, Earthwatch, environmental warning features. Oh, God, are we talking about bloody global warming and that nonsense again? Right, what's saying here? We've got forest fires, droughts, fires burning millions of acres of land in Malaysia, Indonesia. Health impacts. Okay, it's nothing to do with UFOs. Anything to do with UFOs here? And nuclear reprocessing pollution. Boring. Okay, I'm not interested in environmental nonsense, please. Yes, we do have problems, but let's just look at India, look at China and Russia. Why are we being punished for it? You know what I mean? But anyway, that's the debate for another day. 68, 69. Let's have a look what we got to right here. Okay, so it says debris or not debris. That is the question. What are we talking about here, mate? So this is to do with the 50th anniversary of Roswell. It's obviously 1997 was the 50th year. So main story on this, so reports on the disappearing turnout at the 50th anniversary celebration of the 1947 Roswell crash in July of 1997. Well, no, this took place in July of 1997, not Roswell itself. That was 1947. So expected up to 100,000 visitors per day. Woo, that's a lot. Reality was far lower. Historical estimate was round about 40 to 50,000 over the week, with museums seeing thousands, but not overwhelming crowds. With museums seeing thousands. Right, okay, gotcha, I did say that right. So compared to Woodstock from UFO believers. So this was compared to Woodstock I must do quotations, Woodstock for UFO believers, but the media enthusiasts largely stayed away. Now, features showing photographs, stone monoliths, marketing by entrances and exits to the alleged crash sites looking empty. So what we're saying here that a lot of people didn't really turn up to this event. Maybe it wasn't advertised that well. Think about that. Well, this is 1997. Again, it's like the early days of the internet, which was like 2 years old at that point, I think. Yeah, I love to visit these sites. Just to stand there in the desert, be like, right, where's this UFO? Let's start scourging through the bloody sand and all that. So the debris, this is the part of, that is the question, my friends. So small pieces of debris, about 1 inch and 1/4 inch, handed to researcher. Who was this researcher? Sims and Lear. Oh, yeah. Dormant Sims, and I guess that's Roger Lear, in October of 1995 at the West Coast Conference. Sim described it to be kept secret out of fear of ridicule and reprisal. Passed to chemist Russell Vernon Clark for analysis. Now, the findings of the sample of this material. Do you have a piece of this material anywhere on this page? No, we don't. Okay, so the samples of the material was 99% silicone. Might have been a dildo. Part of a dildo. Oh, that's silicone itself. So isotope ratio widely differ to terrestrial silicone. Could be a dildo. So Si-28 was 27% versus normal 29%. That goes right over my head. Si 29%, 53% versus 5%. SR 30% equals 30% versus 3%. No idea what that is. Talk weed terms for me. I understand that better. So Vernon Clark concludes that this was likely extraterrestrial in origin. Second lab reports confirm results. It was definitely a dildo. I made that bit up, but this was but the confirmed reports of basically silicone was found in this debris, and obviously some other isotope ratios was wildly different. So boom. Must be extraterrestrial, just like Free Atlas. So what happens in reality? So this is according to right here. So planned presenter, exclusive producer of the 1994 Showtime film Roswell, backed out, no press conference held. So there was no public unveiling on further verification of the debris or testing. Article suggested that the claims was frizzled, aimed fear of ridicule. Scientific community largely dismissed the lack of peer review and evidence. Well, we got silicone, which is one thing. I was 7, 8 years old at that time, mate. Yeah, I do have nostalgic periods for this, for that time period. I have to admit, like especially these magazines and all that. So yeah, there we go. I don't know. A dildo could have crashed at Roswell, and that's what they found. I'm just going to shut up now and get to the next page. Okay. So page 70 to 71, what is saying here? Oh, I think it's a continuation. So yes, a continuation from the Roswell 50th anniversary conference. So the debris claims in detail. So small fragments of the color pictures shown on stage. I'm guessing that's a perfect example of Roswell crash. You think of Roswell, you got to think of that. That's like that's spot on right there. So obviously small fragments claimed from Roswell debris handed over to researcher. Obviously I mentioned that in October of 1995. Passed to chemist, blah, 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 blah. Just falling out. Okay, so press conference fallout. This is what it's saying here. And this is an extract. I'll just, that's a good photograph. Sod it. That's a thumbnail right there. So planned planned unrevealing at Roswell event turned out catatonic. Hostile press questioned change of custody and credibility. So, okay, so the press was a bit skeptical and what it's saying here, hostile, according to the event. So Vernon Clark refuses to risk his career by fully endorsing without more testing. This is obviously to do with the debris here. Mention that bit there. So the media ran skeptical highlights like NASA returning to Mars, but right under that was out of this world. Alleged UFO fragments revealed. This is what I was saying here as the article. But no one really followed it up as a serious matter. Where is this debris? I want to see it. Is that it there? No. That's part of a. To be stupid, Nick. That's a flying saucer on a bloody end of a building back there. Nice try. Fooled me for a second there. So here it is, hostile press. This is just going to specific details. What was basically said at the conference. Obviously, the media at that time was still having a bit of a stigma. Well, very much a stigma in terms of dead pish cheese spread. How's it going, man? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday. Do you like how I'm screwing up my words, mate? That's what happens to 420. So yeah, nice to see you. It's strong stuff. It's really strong. So yeah, hostile press right here, and this is an overall reflection of the 50th anniversary of Roswell, and I do like that. That's spot on right there. Oh, Virginia case. What's saying here? Do we have a lot more to go? Just a couple more pages. Right. So Virginia case, the Awakening, by Graham W. Birdsall. And in here, so actually bear in mind, 1997 was the year when the Virginia case actually came out. So this is all like new, well, say old, but new at the time, according to the correlation of this magazine, which came out in 1997. So the author recounts in his 1996 investigation trip to Virginia, Brazil. Actually, yes, might have been 1996, might have been. Following the January the 20th, 1996 incident, I will stand corrected. It was the year before. Incident involving alleged UFO crash and creature captured. Brazilian UFO researcher led by A.G. Gernard and others shared details from 50 witnesses, including military involvement in retrieving a live dead creature. Now, the key claims of this was obviously I've got a picture there. So, yes, the 3 young girls at the time saw the strange creature, an oily brown skin, large head, and red eyes. So military firefighters captured at least 2 creatures. One was injured and transported in a box and truck. Obviously, we talked about Virginia case with Hidden not long ago. One of the creatures reported was taken to a specific hospital that I can pronounce, and the other one was taken to University of Campinas. Unicamp, as they're saying here. So allegedly autopsies of the bodies, and then the bodies were taken to underground or to the US. Witness of the mysterious animal death at the zoo. Witnesses. Oh, sorry. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is the aftermath or what's the interaction with the creature. So yes, mysterious animal deaths at the zoo. For some odd reason, that's pretty much new to me on that one. Soldiers suspiciously death after handling the creature. Suspicious, yeah. Soldiers suspicious. Fuck me, Nick. Suspicious death after handling the creature. Yes, that was one account that I did here. So the rumors of the secret underground labs, university mysterious removed the. Okay, yeah. So they're saying here that the creature was taken to an underground facility and hidden there until further notice. Okay, fair enough. So this article does express more hope and revelations. Plans to attend the 1997 Brazilian UFO Forum. So we've done a whole episode on the Virginia case itself, and there's many depictions of the creature itself. Some said it was actually a local, but yeah, apparently this creature was seen by a number of people, and one witness did die after the event itself. I can't remember what me and Hidden actually said, the overall conclusion on that. Can't remember. Okay, all right. Well, let's a sidebar Virginia file. Okay, here we go. What's this up here? So Virginia photo file. So this was in September, October issue, in depth of the Virginia coverage. Okay, so next year when we hit September, October, we'll be visiting back to the Virginia case because it was mentioned in the article. Oh, a couple of issues back. Okay, so AG Gervant, whatever his name is. There, AG, head researcher for the Virginia case. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. So this is also known as the Brazilian Roswell. Remains unsolved and ongoing debate. And even actually saying that 30 years later, it's still an ongoing, more or less an ongoing investigation to a certain degree. Like we're still talking about it, but I don't think it's ever really been solved. So the official Brazilian military explanation in 2010 was basically misidentification, i.e., obviously examples: a disabled homeless man as the creature. Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was it. City resemblance tourisms, alien statues, UFO themed landmarks. Obviously, this was happened obviously to mark the case itself. So this was actually put up. The alien was actually put up as a statue near the area. Who's saying goodbye? Who's saying goodbye? Oh, Alex, I don't blame you, brother. I'm a terrible reader at the moment, but don't worry, we're finishing up now. So Alex Elliott, nice to see you. Welcome, and yeah, have a good week, and hopefully catch you Friday, brother. Hopefully catch you Friday. Yeah, me too, mate. I'm like a sleeping donkey right here. Right, one more. I think we got one more left, guys. One more of my bad reading. Oh, I think that's it. Oh, hold on. What's this saying here? Top left issue right here. So just quickly, one more page. And Pagani Productions. Yeah, man. I'm very tired as well. But yeah, hopefully see you Friday, man. Nice to see you. Thanks for being in chat. It's much appreciated. So just finishing off, guys. The top left corner right here. So UFOs and Kent ET responses from European Parliament. So European Parliament member Mark F. Waltz raises questions about the unidentified flying objects and extraterrestrial activity. Commission. So yes, the commission acknowledge unidentified craft exists, but denies performing characteristics beyond state of the art. Refers to the UK Ministry of Defence reports on sightings. That's on continuing here. So UFOs over Tehran. Associated Professor of Engineering at Tehran photograph UFO. Oh, is that it there? There we go. So that is Tehran, is that right? No, I think that's right. So right here. Yeah, so he basically took this photograph of this UFO right here. So moving on, source of secrets and anti-gravity. So late late Major Donald E. Keyhole. Oh yeah, right, Matrix. You gave me a couple of books on that. Early UFO researcher treated with silence despite authoritative fates. Do you know what? I think I'm just gonna fucking end it. Sod it. Might as well. Just last one because yeah, you know me, my reading at the moment. So, Israeli journalist and UFO researcher Barry Chamish visited Manchester University. A number of rock fragments from alleged UFO landing site in Israel was tested. Result and drawings promised. Okie dokie. All right. Well, we'll see a follow up on that, hopefully. And US government lies, Project HARP, arms, and UFOs. Oh, there we go. So it's saying here, former editor Gregory Kaden reveals experiments in Alaska, biosphere damage, possible UFO cover. Oh, so experiments in Alaska could be serious, damaging the biosphere, almost to how the United States sees UFOs as cover as such activities. All right. Okay. We've got a bit of harp action in there. Lovely, lovely. Do we have anything else we can mention? Did that one, did that, we did that, we did that. Okay, right. What is this page here? Just quickly, this is just secrets unlocked. So we have the key figures in ufology at the time. Tony Dodd, nowhere to be seen anymore. Charles Holtz, he's still about. Gregory Canaan, not too sure. Amar Fowler, Graham W. Birdsall, Timothy Good, don't see him anymore. Russell Kayla, always in that UFO magazine, and Nick Redfern. It's very red there, I have to admit. Right, I think that's it, guys. I think that's it, and that's the end of the page right there. Just showing you a bunch of magazines that I have in my collection. Well, that's the back of the page, but anyway, we'll get to that in due course. We're done. Oh my god! Right, what can we learn from today's magazine? Nick, we should read the Bible together. Have a good laugh. Oh yeah, absolutely. Me screwing up my words. I think I need to break it down a bit more. There's all these fancy words, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, in terms of the 3 parts that I've done, ufology seems to repeat itself. We've seen the same sightings, especially those 3 photographs that we saw, these independent photographs, spheres, tic tacs, and balls of light. You know, we're still seeing the same thing. And yes, UFOs are real. I must say that. You know, people say, I may sound like a bit of a skeptic, and I'm not. No, UFOs are real. They're all interdimensional. They're all there's so many different aspects to ufology, and we need to look at it very, very carefully in terms of what information we're coming across. But yes, they're out there. And I watch the skies and I see some strange stuff, but I'm very crap at recording that because my phone's not very good. So yeah, you can go back to the past 3 parts that I've done it. In fact, if you go to Internet Archive and put in UFO Magazine 1997, you actually see it in there. So you can go read it for yourself. So yeah, I hope things is it entertaining? Is it all right? You know, is ufology in the making, basically. That is the sort of title I'm going with here. I just find it interesting because, like I said, you know, these magazines. Hey, Mark G, nice to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. But like these magazines, for me, it's like a nostalgic trip. It just reminds me when I was like 9, 8 years old, and my mum buy me these magazines and see what, because I didn't have the internet back then, so it was all down to these magazines. So really going through it, it's kind of nostalgic for me, and I hope it's a bit informal for you as well, because, like I said, the stories that will get brought up again and again and again is something we keep on hearing again and again and again in ufology. You know, it's like a continuous cycle it goes through, but not necessarily saying that's a bad thing. Is you see where the stories really came from. And remember, guys, the 1990s was the height of ufology. It was UFO mad. You got to think. I mean, it was one of the articles that I brought up on one of the live shows, that the fact that the 90s, you had everything was to do with UFOs and aliens, you know, the X-Files, Independence Day, Men in Black. There were so many different pop culture related aspects to ufology that was brought up in the 90s. And I think that gets a lot of glossed over. And even then, we were talking about a fake alien invasion or something would happen then. But again, it just keeps repeating itself over and over again. We'll still be talking about Phil Schneider. We'll still be talking about Bloody Billy Meyer. We'll still be talking about everything that goes in ufology for the past 80 years, but just gets brought up again and again. So, but again, it's fun to talk about. It's fun. So hopefully this is a bit entertaining for you. We'll move on for another edition of, I haven't got it up, but I'll bring up a magazine from like the 80s or something next time and see what they were saying back then compared to what it is now. But nothing really changes. But there we go. So Friday show, we are going to be talking about Operation High Jump and the Nazi connection to, well, apparently there was a massive battle that took place during the Operation High Jump, which is immensely fascinating. So everyone keeps on talking about it. And I think it's about time I went back into it once again and have a little look. And also a new segment. Oh, this is going to be a funny one. I've been listening to Art Bell's show, like constant throughout work. And I found some extremely funny clips I'm going to be showing you on Friday's show. So trust me, it's not going to be a German flying saucer. It's German flying saucer related, but it's not going to be like it was for the past couple of shows. You know, it's going to be it's going to be a fun one. Mostly concentrating on the early reports of a new Schwabenland or Station 211 or Base X, according to this book, very controversial book, talks about Antarctica and the Nazi connection in there, going back to the 1970s. Very controversial book. Going to break it all down, show the extracts of it, and then we'll see what actually happened in Antarctica. We're trying to like figure it out in terms of like Admiral Byrd's diaries. We'll get into that as well, because it's just like things makes you go, I'm not too sure on that one. But I kind of siding with this because the Nazis did have a base. We're going to get into it on Friday's show. So, Bob, thank you so much for being in chat. I hope it was a bit entertaining. I really do appreciate everyone sticking around. I really do, because the stuff that I read here, I'm going, does that make sense? Anyway, don't matter. Sophia, thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. I'll catch you soon. Mark G, John P. Adventures, John Strokes, anyone else? I think Alex Elliott, I think you've gone, mate. And Beginning Productions. I think that's it. I think that's everyone. And One True Saxon, much appreciated. Much appreciated. Oh, there you go. You are there, Alex. Nice to see you. So yeah, peace and love, everyone. And I shall catch you on Friday. Oh, Ashley, we got a show on Wednesday with Hidden. No, we did that last week. So yes, I'll be back on Friday. And obviously, 2012. Yes. Nice to see you. And thanks for being on the chat. It's much appreciated, guys. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, if you like the show, please like and subscribe. Be much appreciated. Spread the word, and I'll catch you Friday for another show. So until next time, always remember they're watching you, watching us, watching them, and believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. Yeah, that's it. Believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. I'll see you Friday. Something is coming. I can't put my finger on what it might be. See you Friday.